What have you noticed is the number one mistakes that founders make during this process of selecting their software development team or maybe communicating their vision?
I think it's this misunderstanding, thinking that they're not technical, so they need to defer everything to their software team. When in actuality, software is much more about how you want something to work than what is possible. So if you're saying, I want to build a news feed out, and somebody says, okay, do you want, let's say, a pop-up when you go to delete a post? Do you want a pop-up to say, are you sure you want to delete it? And they'll say, oh, I don't know. You're the technical person. But that's not really a technical question. But they really just tend to defer everything to their tech team. And then what's built is not what their customer needs, because, these were a series of business questions, not technical questions that they were being asked. So I think the number one mistake is that they underestimate the level of involvement that they need to have because they think they're not technical.
Gotcha. And I noticed that communication breakdowns often happen between technical and non-technical folks, just based on my experience, like working in different environments. And if you could offer a piece of advice to help non-technical founders effectively communicate their vision to their technical teams, what advice would that be?
I think that first they need to really understand the fundamentals of software. So it's not entering this process until you understand a lot of the terms and the base concepts. Just the same way where you shouldn't be, building a house or, doing these other large investments without doing a little bit of base due diligence. It's the same with software. It doesn't mean you need to learn how to code, but you do need to understand what a front end is, what a back end is, how they interplay, how things are called from a database. Just understanding those base fundamental pieces would be my number one piece of advice, because then you're actually going to be able to communicate with them in the way that they'll understand.